Hey everybody, we're back. So let's descend. There's no turning back. Dang, this thing is just huge. This extends all the way to the ocean floor. Probably gonna be a long elevator ride. I'm kind of glad they didn't just cut it out though, that they're actually doing it, because it's kind of cool because you see the scope of this entire thing. And it's also kind of cool just because it provides suspense, because you're like, oh damn, and it's dark down there. Bad shadowing effects though. Look at those bad shadowing effects over there. That's okay though, I'll forgive it. I forgive them. Whee! So we're gonna go turn off the doohickey. It's our job as Mr. Jensen. That's how we do it. Spoilers, in case you didn't already know. This is the end of the game, basically. We have one more little thing to take care of, which will, I don't know, probably gonna be really easy, because I know a cheap way to do it that I discovered on my other guy. I might do that just to do it, because really the fight is not that interesting. Kind of, I spoiled it again. There's a boss fight. Lol. Let's go. Let's get out our assault rifle. These guys drop all sorts of... There's a bunch of ammo and shit here if you need it. But screw heavy rifle ammo. We don't care about the plasma gun, though. Let's go.
What the hell?
What the hell, indeed.
Oh my god.
Water pressure normal, 173 psi.
Who am I?
Communications web online.
I feel cold.
Drones 1 through 3 within operational parameters.
I don't remember.
Drone 4 disconnected.
Let me go.
Processing.
Oh God, please help me. I'm scared.
Core temperature stable. Processing.
Zhao, what are you doing?
Connecting to Panchaea's Haron project, Mr. Jensen. The most advanced quantum computer slave to the human brain, and the closest to perfection we'll ever achieve. I'm going to use it to hack Darrow's signal and rework the message to our benefit.
Our benefit? You mean the Illuminati's?
Someone has to override the signal and be the world's savior. And let's be honest, neither of us would trust anyone else to fill that role. Computer, begin EEG sync.
So much pain.
Syncing beta waves at 40 cycles per second.
Sleep, please. Let me sleep.
Incompatible master-slave chain detected. Alert. Unable to transfer control to Alpha Pod.
The system won't recognize my chip.
Neural systems offline. Rerouting control of the chain.
I can't control Iron.
Increasing glutamators by 32%.
Zhao, get them out of there. I have to reach the control chamber.
No! I can still control it. I'm in control!
Stop the signal.
Security alert.
Through the primary control hatch.
Oh shit.
Run! Run away! Stop the signal is what we have to do. Okay, now you'll learn another reason why laser rifle's my favorite. Check this out.
Security in place.
You can blind aim it super easily. It just kicks ass. God, I love this thing. Spoilers, I'm gonna try not to do this, but you can also kill Zhao. Because you can shoot this through her shield, because you know it goes through walls and shit. You can shoot it through her shield. Are you dead yet? I think it was out of range to begin with.
Mother! Stay away! Stay away! Why does he want to kill us? Kill him.
You have done better, sir. Keeping your head down, Jensen.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
I'll do it, Mother. Just don't hurt anyone. Just no more
There is no escape.
Hydrostatic pressure rising. Can't breathe. It hurts. It hurts so much. Systems are. My organic systems under stress will acclimatize.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a hole miles deep in the ocean.
We're
about to
spamming
meet your
nukes.
end. And powerless.
Look at what they've done. I don't like it here. I don't like it. It's so cool down here. Dirk, show us the light, Mother. Where's the light?
Okay, so
I must fight this. I must succeed.
okay,
I can't move. Why can't I move?
isn't there a way to get them out of there? I want to get those people out of there.
How much longer will it be, Mother? I want to go home.
I have no choice but to eliminate you. You have ruined everything.
Been awake for so long. Tired. System monitors online constantly. There's too much to keep track of. Supplemental diagnostics required before we can
Fuck
sleep.
this. I'm tired of her bullshit. I thought there was a way you could, like, I don't know.
I can't. I can't take.
She went boom. But yeah, I wanted to try and free these people. I thought you could free them. Could have sworn there's a way you could free them. Look at all this shit we have in here. But I'll shoot the plasma rifle a little bit just so you guys can see what it's like. It's really freaking loud, apparently. But I really wanted to, like, cause did they die? I hope so. I hope not. Cause one way you can beat her is you open up all these pods like I was doing, and you kill those drones inside them, and then her shield goes down and you can kill her. But I didn't really want to do that because I don't want to kill those people unless I did on accident by killing her. You're dead. You are a dead noob.
Hello, Adam.
Oh, what's her face again?
Welcome to the edge.
San.
It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place, including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer. Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. However, if you desire, I can alter Darrow's message. Conceal the creation of the biochip while putting in new content.
Content blaming the humanity front, like Seraph suggested.
The organization has already admitted to harboring terrorists. It would be easy to convince people they turn to biological warfare in a more desperate attempt to get rid of augmented people.
But why? What would that achieve?
In time, it could shift the focus of hatred onto people whose prejudices are seen as too extreme, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution as they desire. But if you want me to perform this edit for you, you must disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Alternatively, Darrow's message can be adjusted to erase all mention of the power group known as the Illuminati. I can report that lack of proper regulation allowed vast quantities of neuropozyne to become contaminated prior to reaching the market.
Taggart's preference. You think the world will buy a made-up story about neuropozyne poisoning?
You might be surprised by what people believe. I can convince them. And having experienced the negative effects of corporate negligence firsthand, a majority of people might force the world to place harsh restrictions on all human enhancement research. But only if you disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchaea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own?
Dun dun dun. So, what do we pick? Let me think. I could tell that Sheriff is like the most dick move of all, because he's just blatantly telling a lie in order for his own gains. So I do not really agree with his. Darrow is right in the sense that he wants to tell the truth, but it's like that's been hinting at that bans augmentation completely, which is, I think, kind of dumb. Especially now that Adam has the DNA that lets other people, like, you know, do whatever. Taggart's is probably, like, quite reasonable, but it's just dumb. It also involves forging information, and Taggart's just a little punk. So I kind of want to do Darrow's just because it's what really happened. And at the same time, I kind of want to just take everything out so we can so like nobody spins the story, I guess, like she said. But that would kill everybody, and I'm not killing people. So I guess the next best thing is to do Darrow's, because even if it does lead to augmentation getting banned, you know, it's like, I don't know. I've always been a fan of always telling everybody should have access to the information, and I feel like his is you give people just all the facts, and you figure out what that leads to, and whatnot. So we'll do his.
If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice?
Yes.
So be it then.
Albert Einstein said, technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Took me a while, but I finally see his point. How often have we chased the dream of progress only to see it perverted? More often than not, haven't the machines we built to improve life shattered the lives of millions? And now we want to turn that dream on ourselves to fundamentally improve who we are. Experience has shown me how dangerous that can be. How many times in the Call of Duty did I almost fall into the trap of taking shortcuts, abusing my abilities or the resources at hand? I resisted. Barely at times, because I valued human lives and considerations. Can I truly despise others who fall? Technology offers us strength. Strength enables dominance, and dominance paves the way for abuse. Darrow understood this. He knew that using technology to become something more than we are risks losing our ability to love, aspire, or make moral choices. The very things that make us human. It also risks giving some men the power to make others what they choose, regardless of the cost to human dignity. The suffering Darrow inflicted is not the end of the world. It is merely the seed for change. And change never comes without pain.
Oh, there we go. Trooper, Legend, Pacifist. We got those three. And Foxiest of the Hounds. There we go. Just a swarm of achievements. Okay. Trooper's just beating it. Legends for beating on the hardest difficulty. Pacifist for not killing anybody. Foxiest of the Hounds is for not setting off any alarms. Which is quite nice. So I got all of those. So I don't have to worry about doing them again. But yeah. That was pretty freaking sweet. I like how they blurred the lettering on those guys' shirts. But yeah, really freaking sweet game. I mean, there's so much cool stuff in it. Like, I guess the only complaint you could really have is that I can see people complain that it has linear progression in the sense that it's not huge open world. Because, I mean, there are the hubs, but they're not really a lot. But it's like, there's really not a problem with linear games if they're done tastefully. Like, I mean, Portal 2 was pretty freaking sweet, as were like all the Half-Life games, and those were extremely linear. It's like, here's a room, get to this room, to get to the next room, to get to the next room, and so on. And it's like, this game kind of does that, but it really makes it a non-issue because it offers you so many ways to do that. That in Half-Life, it's like there's one vent you have to go through. It's like, okay, in this game, there's like, you can take that vent, or you can sneak through this building with guys, or you can just shoot all the guys, or you can do whatever. It's a lot. I don't know. It's very well done, I think, the amount of effort they put into little paths. Because like at the end there, like to get to Taggart at the end, there were like 4 different ways to do it. I mean, you could punch the wall, you could hack it, and you could go through the vent. I guess that's only 3. But yeah. So that was pretty sweet. And I really like the ending cutscene. I feel like that cutscene was like actually really well done. Like, I remember seeing their whatchamacallits, like their ads, you know, their fake ad things they had, like to promote the game. They were like kind of realistic ads or whatever. But I remember seeing one of them, and like the one was like it was like kind of about the Humanity Fund, like anti-augmentation, whatever. That one was really freaking like intense. It was really, really cool, I thought. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if you knew that, but if you saw the 2 names up there for the modeling or whatever, I think those were the 2 people. But yeah, Jensen, the guy who plays Jensen, the guy who plays Megan Reed, I think they are actually married, which I find really interesting. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, probably I don't know. I'm kind of angry that I didn't get the plasma rifle till the very end, because I liked it on my other guy a lot, but it's just like, they give it to you, but it's like, why do I even want this when I have this completely souped up combat rifle, this completely souped up revolver? But whatever. Yeah. So I liked the breadth of choices at the end too. I felt like there was a lot of very very different choices that it made you feel compelled to like pick the right one. Partially because I don't know. To me, they kind of built Bill Taggart and Seraph as like hugely antagonistic, and it seems like they wanted you to pick Darrow is what they wanted you to pick, kind of. That's just what it seems like to me. I'm pretty sure the canonical ending, though, is Adam destroys the entire structure. Because I'm just pretty sure that's what happens. Adam Jensen, here's where it is. Maybe they weren't related or married or whatever. Oh, the same person made the hire on Jones, just didn't make it Reen, huh? Arthur Holden, Sudero. Bruce Dinsmore is Taggart. Yeah, oh yeah, and like Namir in them, apparently they released a book that explains kind of what the bell tower, you know, people I killed, kind of explains like what they did before the events of the game and kind of what happened that led up to the game. So I'm quite interested in, let's say, doing that, reading that book sometime. Sounds pretty cool. Tracer Tong. But yeah. So, oh, that reminds me, DLC. I haven't gotten any DLC yet, but I'm going to probably get all of them once the new big DLC comes out, the Missing Link DLC. Because I kind of want to play them all, because, I don't know. Usually I don't like buying DLC because I feel like people overprice them. But the DLC that's come out so far for this game hasn't really been extremely overpriced. I think, I don't know, maybe I would say maybe a little overpriced. Because, I mean, like, the one adds just, like, 3 weapons and 10,000 credits, and it's, like, $2. It's like, okay. I would pay, I think, $1, but, you know, they have to pay for digital distribution costs and stuff, too, so. But, yeah, it's like, I'm all for buying DLC if the people who made the game actually did a good job. Which is why I would totally buy the DLC, because I would be really pumped if they decide to make another game, like, maybe a sequel to Invisible War, so I don't have to ever play Invisible War again to get this story. Because Invisible War is not very good. But yeah, there were a lot of... I just liked how this game also tied into the first Deus Ex, which is a really good game. This game definitely has... I think this game has much better sneaking mechanics than the first Deus Ex. First Deus Ex, there were like there's no way to take people out without like shooting them too. There's like really no non-lethal approach. I mean, it's kind of like you had you had like a cattle prod you could stun people with, but the ammo for that was a bitch to get, because there were like no places you could buy stuff. I mean, there was like maybe a couple places you could actually buy stuff throughout the game. Whereas in this one, they had a lot of stuff. I'm surprised they had that little like medical station you could buy Praxis kits at the end. That's pretty crazy. So I had a lot of Praxis points. I got so many of the like enhanced augmentations. I know I could probably have gotten maybe a little bit more. I could have seen myself maybe getting 1 or 2 more levels up, because there were some quests I didn't do. Like, spoilers, if you guys care, Zeke Sanders, when you free him, if you let him go, he'll give you a quest that you could do, which I haven't done yet, because I've either incapacitated him or killed him both times. On my next playthrough, I'll probably, like, you know, not kill him. But, then there's also another quest I haven't done that I know there's an achievement for. And there's another freaking quest. Oh yeah, the quest when you return to Detroit, because you get that quest if you beat David in his argument, which I didn't do on this playthrough. There's another little quest, so I can see getting maybe a couple more Praxis points. I'm sure they kind of hide little the Praxis discs around, but I know I know for a fact you can't get all the augmentations. I know they purposely designed it that way, but you can sure get an awful lot. But yeah. So, I think the credits are almost done. But yeah, really sweet game. Definitely one of my favorite games in like the past a long time. It's easily in my top. I would say it's in my top 10 games of all time, but maybe that's just me. I really liked it. In a lot of ways, I liked it more than the first Deus Ex, partially because the first Deus Ex is so old school and made on limited equipment and all that stuff, and this has I feel like a lot more depth to it, but I still like the first one a lot. It has a lot of charm to it still. Yeah, I don't know, I think this game should win a lot of awards as far as I'm concerned. It's better than freaking half the games that got released, aka Dragon Age 2. But yeah, I hope they sold a lot. I was looking up how much they sold actually, and they've sold over 1 million copies already. But I don't think they sold a whole lot, which is kind of sad, because you see shit like Call of Duty sold 20 million copies, which is kind of bullshit. But, oh well. Definitely a really good game. Probably Portal 2 and this are probably going to be going for Game of the Year. I think that's what should happen. But, you know, Gears of War 3 came out, and people can be like, oh my god, Gears of War 3 is so good. I haven't played it, so I can't really tell you, but I played the other Gears of War, and whatever. Not so crazy. Not so crazy about them. But yeah. Skyrim comes out, though, which, speaking of, now that I finished this, I'm going to go play Oblivion, I guess, record some of that. And then it'll be Skyrim, which we'll see how good that is, because that could easily be Game of the Year material as well. But yeah, these are some long credits, but we'll watch them in case there's something secret at the end. I feel like this is the type of... they'd put something secret at the end. But, oh well. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know, I'm sure there's some people who did Pacifist and hard difficulty and probably beat it before I did, because I've been somewhat slacking on beating this game, but I guess not a whole lot. I mean, it took me like 2 months, I guess. And it's probably taken me... I don't know. I didn't go through it very fast. I have been busy with school and stuff, I guess. Oh, well. But yeah. I like watching all these pictures of all the developers. I think that's really cool. I kind of wish they would show like some concept art too in that side thing. Deus Ex 3, Eidos Montreal. I think that's the end. So, we'll see if there's anything secret at the end. Something.
You worry too much, Morgan. There's nothing we can't manage given time. She's here. I have to cut this short. Keep going through the wreckage. Maybe we'll find something we can use for the Morpheus initiative. Come in! Dr. Reed! We're so pleased you decided to join us.
Where else could I go?
No regrets, my dear. As Ariadne told Theseus before he entered the Minotaur's labyrinth, always forward, never left or right. You'll be very interested in our current project. We're breaking new ground.
Yes, the nanite virus chimera is quite intriguing. I'm looking forward to seeing the hybrid project up close, Mr. Page.
And so you shall. But please, call me Bob.
Ho ho! The D Project. Bob Page. Bob Page was there at the end. How sneaky. And he was also the guy at in the very beginning cutscene, wasn't he? Ho ho! Snap. That is crazy. If you guys don't know about Bob Page, I don't want to spoil everything, but go play the first Deus Ex game. It's probably really cheap. I know it's like $10 on Steam, and it's totally worth it. Oh yeah, Deus Ex theme. Anyways, enough of that. So Megan is involved in the nanite virus chimera project, which you saw the achievement come up, the D Project. I'm pretty sure I know what that means, but I don't want to say it in case you guys haven't played the first Deus Ex, because you should totally go play it. That is crazy, though. I'm wondering how somebody would treat the first Deus Ex if they played this one first and then the original one. But yeah. So yeah, now available in the Steam Store. The Missing Link comes out at the end of October. So yeah. That is the end of that. Really freaking sweet. I love that thing at the end. Freaking Bob Page. Anyways. Yes. I am done for now, and we will continue onwards with some more Oblivion, and then we'll get to Skyrim. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you all later.